another vlog, bonus vlog. We are trying this again just this week. So don't expect this all the time. But this is just like a little year-end surprise. So welcome back. Y'all, I've been in that bed all day. You can hear it in my voice. I got bed voice. Yeah, I've been in that bed all day and I have just been working / resting. Like I just got up from taking another nap. It is 4:48. This is my first time talking to y'all, as you can see. But yeah, today in Houston, it's been so rainy and dreary and peaceful. So I've just been resting. Like this is my admin day, the first admin day that I had ever. I think since I've started the YouTube channel and, you know, Instagram and being an influencer and all that, I have not had like an admin day just like set. So yeah, I told you guys I'm kind of rearranging how I'm doing my shoots so that I can start having these more often and make sure that all of my ducks are in a row each month, you know, going into each quarter so I can have more organization. I just got finished doing like my finances and everything. God bless me to make more than my job this year, but I'm not quitting because your girl still has debt to pay. Listen, I told y'all I will be telling y'all more about how much I've had to pay after I'm done. So we got a way to go. But like as we're going, you'll be like, dang, girl, really? Yes, really. So yeah, I'll show y'all, I'll give y'all more in-depth as we go on. But if you follow me on Instagram, plug here, you've already seen the update, my 2-month update. Right now we are at, I think I started late September. So right now we are almost, by the end of this month, we'll be, you know, a whole 4 months in, a little over 3 months. So my 2-month mark, I paid off almost what, $13,000. It was $12,881. And I told you guys exactly how I paid that off. Basically, I made sacrifices, cut down my fast food intake, which was actually almost like a bill. That's how much I ate out because I did not manage my time. And so when it came time for me to eat, I didn't want to cook. So I just go out and get fast food, which is why I still need to learn how to cook. So, I mean, I throw stuff together, you know what I'm saying? But I haven't just cooked. So yeah, I still need to learn how to like make meals, which is probably where this little domestic thing is coming in. Like it's kicking in slowly. Don't expect it just to be like full-fledged domestic. I'm not there, but it's coming in slowly. I've been cooking a little more and cleaning a little more, having time for myself a little more. Look, washing my hair, taking time just for me. Like this is the little braid out that I showed you guys on the last vlog. I just had my hair in braids and I just took it out, so, you know, to let it just be. And I'll put it right back in some braids again tonight, honey, okay? But yeah, I said sacrifice, but this is important anyway. I don't need to be eating out like that anyway. No one really does. Because I want to be able to prepare my food, and especially whenever God blesses me with a family, like of my own, starting a family, I want to be able to, you know, make sure that they're eating good stuff, that we know what's in our foods. So I've cut that way back, how much I was eating out. I am starting to do a budget, and now I'm getting, like, I had my stuff separated at one point, but then when I started budgeting through the app, it started kind of getting mingled. I didn't really pay attention to how I was mingling it up when I was budgeting through the Dave Ramsey Every Dollar app. So my financial coach had me to separate them again, which is what I just got finished doing, and which is why I was able to just look and see how much I've made this year from influencing, which is God sent. I didn't set out trying to make that, so I have a, you know, a different goal next year. Yeah, it's gonna help with paying off this debt. So yeah, I'm excited. Outside of that, when I also have other points of what I did. Like I really just started chilling. Like I done kicked my feet up. Hold on, let me readjust y'all. So outside of that, I started like paying attention to how I was allocating my business funds. So instead, let me readjust y'all again. Hold on, let me get a little Christmas tree in the back. Come on, brain. So what I did with my income that I'm getting out for my business, or what was bringing in for my business, is I wasn't taking a salary of anything. The salary that I was quote unquote taking, that it's marked as such in the business, is me paying off debt. It didn't come into my personal account for personal use, but straight to pay off debt. So that would only be like a transfer from my business account to my personal account, and then from my personal account to whatever the debt was that I was focusing on in that moment. So I'm doing the snowball method, which is the smallest to the largest, and it gives you those small wins that helps you keep going when, like, as you need to get those small wins to keep going and moving forward and paying off your debt. That is what the snowball method does, and I like it way better than the other method. I think it's like interest. I don't know what it's called, but if that was the case, I'd still be working on my student loans, and I'd still be like, oh, I got so much left. But getting little bits of debt paid off as you go, it's like, yes, okay, next, yes, next, bet, next, come on, next. That's how hype you get whenever you are paying off the debt. So I'm doing that method, but when I get some income from my business, what I do is I take 10%, give it to God. Tithes, y'all, pay attention to your tithes. If you're Christian, this is not our money. God is giving us time, money, finances, air to breathe. All of that stuff is on loan. Even if you are not a Christian, but if you're a Christian, I'm just saying you actually believe in God and Jesus. But yeah, all of that stuff is on loan. None of that stuff is ours. And I give it to him right up front. Like, I try my best. Sometimes I may forget and be like, let me get some groceries. Lord Jesus, I'm sorry, you know, but he's not like, girl, no, you didn't give it to me first, so no. And I always have my money set aside for him, exactly how much in clockwork I gave it to him. So if, you know, in those cases where I might have forgotten to give it to him, like very beginning, he's not gonna be like, girl, no, boo, I'm not taking it like that because you set me off to second. No, it was just that he knows the meaning of why we're giving and how we feel about giving him back his money in our heart. He knows how our heart is, and it's the intent behind it completely. So I give him his 10% first. This is exactly what I do in my business. So I do that with my personal finances. I give him 10% out of my personal check for my 9-to-5 job, and when my business receives money, he gets 10% of that too, which I have to look into because I've been giving him 10% of everything that's been coming in. But I just got finished watching the what is it called, Michael Todd's Secure the Bag series that he has. I think he did it earlier this year, and so he did that Secure the Bag series. And what is his name? Oh my god, I have a book of his. Oh, I forgot his name. Oh my god, I forgot his name. But he had another pastor who preaches about finances and making sure that you're a good steward of your finances. He preaches about that as well. He had another pastor on there, and I forgot his name, forgive me, but he said that you're supposed to give God 10% of your increase. I've been giving him 10% of everything. So I haven't been paying the business back when I'm buying props or buying outfits for shoots, or, you know, and then whenever I get paid for that particular campaign I'm completing, I don't pay the business back. So that's, you know, I've been taking that full amount, and then the full amount of that what I'm getting back and giving it to God. But based on what he's saying, I'm supposed to take what I paid for, subtract it from the income that I received from that brand to create that content, and then that increase, give 10% back to God. So I'm gonna look in the Bible at that again and make sure that's what God is saying. But I think that he did say of your increase, give 10%. So I give God 10% of that. 20% goes to taxes. I have a savings account in my business bank. So I bank with 2 separate banks, and then I have a business and a personal. So I give God 10%, then 20% goes to taxes, then 20% goes back into the business for operating expenses, because I have to pay for a video editor, and which is why I tell y'all these videos cannot get too long all the time, because the longer the video, the more I have to pay, because that's work that she's putting in. So I have to pay for a video editor, pay for a photographer, take photos like quite often each month. I have to pay for certain services like my email list. If you guys are not a part of my email list, you can click the link in the description below and get a part of my email list. I give you guys motivational emails, as well as emails of links that I will find and stuff like that. You won't get any more of the link emails this year, but I do have a couple of, if you're already on the email list, you've already received one, and you will receive another one before the end of the year, motivational emails. So yeah, I just like all of those little things that I use to keep the business going each month. Those are the operational expenses. So 20% of whatever income I get goes into that checking account for operational expenses, and 50 goes straight to debt. I pay the 50 to my personal account, and then I also send that straight to whatever debt it is I'm focusing on from my personal account. So that's how it works. But if you guys already follow me on Instagram, you've already seen that post. You guys said you want more of that information. I'll definitely be providing you more financial tips and stuff like that. I don't know if by now you've already seen the tax rules or something that you may or may not know for 2020. I did a post on that on my Instagram as well. So if you don't follow me, definitely go and check that out. I'm actually wearing an outfit for that post, but it's like a nice long cardigan, but I have tax rules in the caption of it. So you may want to go and check that out. So I wanted to show you guys my backyard today, but it is dreary, okay? And I've been talking to y'all for 12 minutes, girl. Let's get up. So guys, this is my backyard. I don't come out here often because y'all know them spiders, honey. And I need to get an exterminator, but I'm trying to keep expenses low so that I can have the most to pay on debt. But yeah, I just like for the first time in forever, I got on my boots. For the first time in forever, I stepped out here and looked at the backyard and like really went on each side of my house because, you know, I don't like bugs and the spiders be all up and through. So yeah, I guess I can tell you guys the plans that I have for back here. Like I really want to extend, you know, when I'm debt free. One of the reasons why I kept this house instead of selling it is because I want the luxury of fully furnishing and completing my home when I am debt free. So what I want to do is kind of extend this back area out with like, I didn't know that even if you have concrete back out here, you don't have to pay property tax because it's not a closed in room. So I'm thinking about concreting it out here, coming out about, let me get back up and show you. So about like to where that line is, adding concrete all the way around into the other end of the house over here. And then I would love to, which I don't know if this is actually feasible, but in my mind, I would love to create a trifold or even a small like paned trifold door. Hold on, it's a plane. Ugh. Remember when we used to travel though? Oh my gosh. I mean, sis, we're here. Okay. So I would love to like have some trifolds, like knock this wall out, but it's brick. So I don't know how feasible that is. I'm sure it will be pretty expensive, but shoot, when you're trying to build wealth and you're debt free and you just want the house to look like that, I know it can increase the value of the home. So that's what I was thinking of, but knocking this out and kind of extending to an outside dining area out here where I have a longer table and it all set up whenever I entertain. I have an inside dining area and an outside dining area and then a seating area over there. I'm not sure what I want to do on this wall, either like a faux fireplace or a TV, I don't know. But yeah, seating area over there and then all of this be an extended lounge area. So not quite sure exactly how much, but like how it would look. I have an idea. I just don't feel like communicating it right now, honestly. But in the lounge area being set up over here can create a pathway with lanterns out to the just oasis. Somebody said it would be nice having a little prayer corner out here, which I think would be so cute. Just hearing like outside natural sounds and just having your time with God and being in his presence, in his element, you know, just that would be very nice. But you got that bad boy over there and then that bad boy over there. I hate when they don't give me a corner. Like, can I have a corner? I know somebody over here has a corner, but I also have one of the biggest lots on this block as far as my backyard is concerned, so that helps. I say one of, but really it's like this house, that house, and this one, and I think one other, because of how the lots are laid. It gets like, I have a larger on this side, but I think theirs is a little bit bigger than mine, which is great because they have a 2-story. But yeah, this is what the outside looks like. And look, all these little freaking marks from these boots. I had to put these boots on, honey, because what I'm not gonna do is get caught up in bugs. Honey, I don't come out here often. Let's just say that. to the last season of Girlfriends. First of all, Joan is a fool. Aaron is a fool. I mean, my goodness. Oh my gosh. So I'm about to work. So I'm happy that I finally got there because it took me so long to get to the last season, like ridiculously long to get to the last season. But I'm gonna finish it tonight because it's only 13 episodes in that season. Something touched my foot. I thought it was a spider. I almost screamed with this camera in my hand. But yeah. So let me show you guys what I'm gonna do tonight. I actually have to kind of get this bedroom ready because my sister, I'm trying to make sure I don't see a spider, but my sister is staying in this bedroom. Like one day I'll actually get a chance to really do something to this room, like some wallpaper, add some color and some life into it. But for now, I'm gonna take these sheets off and clean the sheets and make the bed up again because I forgot I have this box to break down for Monday so that I can recycle. And yeah, I'm just gonna pretty much like, girl, forget. I'm just gonna pretty much get this room or get the bed actually together so that my sister and little niece will have some place to sleep. And I'm going to make it to where Tiara will actually sleep in my office with like a blow up mattress so she can have like her own room, because I don't want anyone to have to sleep in the living room because it's like the main area, and you know, if anybody can't sleep, they have a place to get up and go. So I'm gonna see if I can make sure that the office is prepared decently so that maybe my mom can bring one of her blow-up mattresses and Tiara use that room for her so she can have a computer in there. She can have, you know, outlets and a door that she can close and just have a space of her own, because she has that at my mom's house. But usually when she comes here, she doesn't really have that. So she's 18 now, so I know she wants her own little grown lady personal space. This is what my entry looks like. Full of packages. And this is what happens when you host people at your house for Christmas. This is all Felicia stuff. I have not even opened these boxes yet. These are some of the gifts and that I need to wrap. Now, I'm probably not gonna wrap until next week. But yeah, this is what my entry is looking like. By the time you guys actually see this video, it would be almost the New Year's. So yeah, I hope you guys had a great Christmas. And just a reminder, you won't see another video from me until almost the second to last week of January, because I'm taking some time off from YouTube. So hold on, let me give that date for you so you don't miss it. So yeah, you guys won't see another video from me after this one until January 23rd. So, and plus that is one of the heaviest times for me because of year end in accounting. So it allows me to have some time off from a portion of what I do, which is like, you know, vlogging is a lot. It can be a lot, but I love creating content for you guys. But I do, you know, everyone needs a sabbatical, I think is what it's called. Everyone needs a little break. So I'm gonna take those few weeks off, the first of the new year, the 9th and the 16th, and then you guys will see another video. Well, actually, technically I'm taking the last week of December and the first 2 weeks of January off, and then that next week I'll actually prepare the vlog for you guys to watch the following Saturday. So that's usually how I prepare to try to have stuff done a week ahead of time. So yeah, just want to remind you guys. So I have, yeah, I'm gonna get the sheets and stuff in the washing machine so that they can be doing their thing and drying and stuff while I have a little bit of work to do. I'm gonna prepare the last newsletter of the year that is going to go out on Monday the 27th of December. So by now you guys, that last newsletter has passed, but if you want to join the newsletter for the new year, get some motivation, and then also all the links of the things that you guys ask for or just things that I share with you guys are also going to be in that newsletter sometime. I'll start sharing those links through the newsletter as well. I mostly have used the newsletter lately for the motivational emails, but I will eventually start sharing the links to the newsletter crew as well. So, yup, I'm gonna go ahead and get these sheets in the washing machine so that when they come to lay their head for Christmas, because like I said, this is the weekend before Christmas that I'm filming this. So when they come and lay down their head, lay down their burdens, it can be on some fresh sheets, okay? So I'm gonna do that, get that in there, and then be able to watch the last season of, thankfully, the last season of Girlfriends. I've been binging them all day while I work, but I'm gonna watch the last season of Girlfriends and do some laundry all at the same time, and then I'll check back in.
Taking, just be. Don't take it. Taking, just don't be. And live my life. Don't take it personal. I ain't lying. I ain't hiding. I've been grinding, multiplying. I've been trying to get my weight up, staying prayed up. meditating and taking time away. You always posting up pictures, trying to look like you winning. I'm writing rhymes in the kitchen, soaking in moments we live in, yeah. You got the nerve to be on me, faking your life for the IG. If you got my number, don't add me, cause baby, I'm on hiatus. I'm on hiatus. I'm on hiatus.
So I've gotten all the work done today. Well, not all of it, not everything that I want to do, but most of the things that I wanted to do today, I did. I, kind of scheduled what I wanted to do for today for my first admin day, and then wrote that in my planner and then went by that. So a lot of that stuff I got done, but at the same time was still able to rest and kind of take my time. I was actually supposed to stop working at 5, but because my nap got a little lengthy and the way that outside rain was set up, I didn't. So that was still fine. I didn't feel pressured or like I was doing too much, but now it is time to kind of wind it down. And I kind of want to watch a sermon today and just like be in God's presence. Yeah, I need to. I really do need to watch a sermon later on today. I'm just trying to hopefully get done with, what is this called? Girlfriends. But I've been sitting over here working without it playing for probably an hour. So that's what, at least 4 episodes I could have been watching. So I may not get done with it today like I thought I would, but that's fine. A lot of you guys have been asking me to give updates. I say a lot of you. A few of you have been asking me to give updates on my weight loss and asking for a video. I won't do a video on that because I think the last video I did about weight was like designated to weight was the Weight Watchers collaboration that I did last year, 2019, which is a great collaboration and I'm glad to have had that. But I don't want to have a specific video designated for weight loss because that's not what I want you guys to come here for. Honestly, that's not the kind of atmosphere I want to set when you guys come here. I want you guys to feel relaxed, motivated, or like you're sitting with your sister and just spending time with one of your web best friends. I don't want it to get to I lost this much and this how many inches I lost and this is it, and I don't even want that in my life, so putting it on my channel doesn't make sense. So I will talk to you guys about how I lost the weight. I've lost so far 43 pounds. If you guys been following me for a minute, you know that I lost a lot of the weight right after I had all of those anxiety attacks earlier this year. Not really early, but earlier this year, like in July. So right before I started having the anxiety attacks, I was on a low carb diet, which my carb intake was like 25 grams or less a day, which I found out from the EMT was like, that's pretty much nothing. You can't do that. So I did that and I lost 9 pounds. And then between that and start, doing vegan, I lost 3 pounds. And then the remaining 30 was when I changed my lifestyle to lower. I say it with the vegan intent. I'll say I'm more veganish than vegan. So I will dabble in meat. I still like meat. I've never stopped falling in love with meat. I absolutely love meat. I will tell y'all, it's a book that I read that my neighbor gave me and when I started going through all of the anxiety attacks, which is called, it's like Eat for Your Blood Type, but I don't think that's right. Something like that. I'll put the link in the description, but you can get it on Amazon because that's where I got it. It's like Eat Right for Your Blood Type or something like that. And I'm A, and A's are meant to have a vegetarian or a plant-based diet. Girl, I was like, oh God, no. Why can't I be an O? Because I love meat way too much for me to not be eating it all the time. Like, why do I have to, But that is, apparently type A blood types are prone to like anxiety-like disorders and some other stuff it was talking about. So having like heavy inflammation and all that. So it's just by the way the blood structure is made up, and that's how we process our food or something like it. You have to read the book. So I was like, okay, we'll see. So I tried it and I lost 30 pounds doing the vegan plant lifestyle. And I actually really enjoyed the kind of energy that I received from it, especially from Jump. I noticed I had way more energy being vegan than low carb. But I noticed also that once my period came, after I became vegan, that energy dropped so low and I have not been able to get it back at that level. So I've been taking iron pills and B12 and, vitamin D, calcium, zinc, all that stuff. But I'm still not at the level that I was when I first started being doing vegan. And I'm talking that energy kicked in, honey, day 2 or 3. And it was heightened. I did not feel the need of a nap, none of that. Like, but I have not been able to get that level of energy back ever since my first period after I went vegan, which was probably 2 or 3 weeks after I had started doing that lifestyle. And I say went vegan, honey, I ain't went vegan. The grammar is horrible here, so you're just gonna have to bear with me. But I did not fully go. I went fully vegan back then, but now I've kind of incorporated meat every now and then still into my diet. I don't do a lot of red meat, which is where you get a lot of your iron anyway. I always did like chicken or fish. So yeah, that's the heaviest where my meat intake is. It's like salmon or some kind of seafood or chicken. So mostly, I don't really do a whole lot of beef or red meat or pork. And it's just preference. Honestly, there's nothing wrong with that. I've eaten it before. Like, I've had bacon, honey. Me and bacon go, we cool. Me and sausage are good, but I just have not had that as much as seafood and chicken. But yeah, that's really it. That's all I've done. I have not been working out strenuously. I've started doing like some ab exercises at night, trying to get myself back into the habit of learning how to breathe when working out, because before, the feeling of being out of breath when working out was felt too close to an anxiety attack, and I didn't like that feeling. So getting myself back to that by just doing a little and kind of trying to increase as I go. So yeah, God is just still blessing me. I have not had anxiety attacks. I felt like yesterday God gave me an idea of what I can do that helps me produce more but not have to do more work. As soon as God blessed me with that idea, not even 5 minutes after that, I started feeling like anxiety trying to build up. The thoughts that you get before you have an anxiety attack of like worry and oh my gosh, I have to do this, I have to do that, and then you feel like a whole lot is on your plate. And I'm like, wait a minute. God brought to my attention, Ashley, you didn't start feeling like this until I blessed you with the knowledge or the wisdom to scale the business you're stewarding for me without having to put extra on your plate. And I'm like, the devil, okay. So picked up the Bible, read Psalms 91, and had a full-fledged prayer of thanking God. And just in Philippians 4 and 6, it says, do not be anxious about anything, but in everything, by prayer and petition with thanksgiving, make your requests known to God. And I have to keep saying that over and over and over and over again, because God has already provided every bit of my needs. And as soon as the devil saw an opportunity to install some fear or some worry, he tried it. If I would have allowed him, because he needs permission, if I would have allowed him to continue to embed those negative worry or I have a lot going on type thoughts in my head and on my heart, then yeah, he could have stopped me from seeing what God was showing me that will help scale the business that he's allowing me to steward. He already given me the strength. He's showing me how to manage my time better. So when he gave me that option, he's giving me another option that will bring me to be able to serve you guys more and still scale without having to depend on brands or depend on all of this other stuff. So be careful is really all I'm saying is, as you're making all of these goals for the new year, be careful with one, making so many goals that you're not able to enjoy the journey that God is going to bring you on, because the journey is more important than the goal. Because guess what? Once you get to the goal, you're going to create another goal, because it's human nature to grow. God has embedded all of the creativity that he had when he first formed this world into us. He embedded all of that into us. And we have so much creativity running through our veins and through our spirit and our body, and the devil is worried, because what that does is it helps motivate other people, and it helps bring happiness to other people and bring life to other people, bring income into other homes, bring families together, which brings unity, which brings security, which brings the devil into a pit, because he has a harder barrier to get to the minds of someone that is protected. Like, the goals are fine. Honestly, the goals are fine. But this was 2020. Look at everything that went on. Millions of people died this year, yo. If you made it to the end of this year, sit in that for a little bit before you even create all these goals. And just like, God, thank you so much. Because so many people did not make it to December, let alone 2021. So just thank him. And people lost their parents, their sisters, their brothers, their aunts, uncles. Just thank him for breath and the ability to continue to steward, because so many people no longer have that opportunity. So yeah, not saying you can't go out there and attack these goals and do what you need to do, but when there are so many people out there like, okay, we go to do, we sleep and we die and all of that, that's not what God wants for you. He wants you to live life abundantly, but not with stress or worry. Nothing he gives you adds sorrow. I don't know the name of that scripture, but there's everything that God blesses you with, sorrow does not come with it. But that's in the word. I don't know what the scripture is, but it's in the word. I read it. So yeah, continue to be in your word, continue to get in God's presence, and continue to ask him for peace and direction, protection, all of that, because your goals are going to get met when you're walking hand in hand with God. Your goals are going to get met. The goals he embedded in you are going to get met as long as you're moving in faith and you are moving in the will of God. They're going to happen. Just enjoy the journey, please. I'm learning this too, because I have such a bad habit of not doing that and constantly getting goals, and feeling like my life is going to begin once I have those goals. My life is going to begin once I have a family, or once I have 6 figures, or once I have a house, or once I have it. And all of those things I prayed for, I got from the time that I asked for them in high school. Asked for an accounting degree, asked for a bachelor's, asked for a master's, I asked for the accounting job, I asked for all of these different things. And once I got it, there was something in that I could not find happiness in. And what I do, I just go and create another goal without having the happiness and experiencing who will really bring me joy, which is God. None of these things on earth will do that for you. Not one thing on earth will give you joy better than God can. So constantly seek him. If you don't have a New Year's resolution, please make that your first one. Constantly seek him and get in his presence, and ask him for direction, and ask him for the joy that he wants you to have in life. That nothing can fill that, which as close as your kids and your husband and your family are to you, they can't even provide you the joy that God can. He gave it to you before you even had breath in your lungs. He knew you and appreciated you and loved you before you can do one act. Same thing he did with Jesus. After he was baptized, Jesus had not done or saved one soul, but he said, "You are my son." He had so much favor in God's eyes. But just slow down. This year has taught us to slow down. COVID is trash as it is. Its presence has shown us to enjoy life and not destinations, because destinations are only going to give you another goal. They're going to give you what you want, but they're also going to give you another goal. We have to take the time to sit and thank God for everything that he has done for 2020, for love, for happiness, for peace and guidance, and being able to continue through life trying to do our darndest. So that's all I wanted to talk to you guys about. I'm meditating on that as well. Just being happy, spending time with family. By the time you guys see this, will be days from the new year. It's after Christmas. So continue to spend time with family, y'all. Just love on each other and have grace with one another. Have grace that God has given you. Give that to someone else, even when they don't deserve it, because you can never deserve it. Nothing that we have done on this earth can we do again to try to deserve God's grace. Not one thing. But he gives it to us freely and forgiveness. And it's your duty to do the same to someone else. I don't care what they did. It's hard to say it. And yes, when the time comes with somebody getting in my face and I'm pissed, I'm going to have to do the same thing. And it's going to be hard for me to hear it and tell myself the same thing. But while you're in your right mind, embedded in your spirit, so that it's there when you need it. So apply grace to everyone else, guys, and just be the light. Allow God to speak through you and your actions, because there's someone out there that's waiting on you to do what he has led you to do, or to say what he's led you to say, and you're the one that's going to have to answer to that if you did not do that when you get to the gates. And I'm not trying to have nothing on my spirit, so no matter how uncomfortable it is, listen to God and just let's walk in grace in this life and ask him for peace and stay hand in hand with him each and every day. Take it one day at a time. Don't look at it at the end of the year right now, one day at a time. So I love you all, and I thank you so much for rocking on this channel. Thank you so much, first of all, if you made it this far to the video, because I've been talking to y'all for what, 16 minutes. So thank you so much if you watched this entire video. I love every single one of you, and I thank you so much for being patient with me as I learned and went through so much this year with my health and my mental health especially. But you have stayed here with me. You rocked with me. I'm not gonna cry. You rocked with me and you continue to show up, and I thank you guys so much for that, because I want to continue to show up for you guys just consistently alone. Some of y'all is talking about you'll sit here and watch me throw rocks. that is so beautiful. Thank you so much for that. But I love you all, and I hope you all are spending great time with your family, enjoying time off, taking rest and beats in life where you can really appreciate what God has given you, and just enjoy yourself. Enjoy this life that God has given you. I love all of you, and I will see you in 2021, January 23rd. I love you guys. Bye.
I'm on hiatus, baby, don't check for me. Taking time out to be